Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Tevi Sienna and welcome to Pretty History. So Pretty History is going to be a mini-series where we go back in time, take a look at history's most iconic makeup looks. The first time period that we're going to be looking at is going to be the 1920s. This time period was also known as the Roaring Twenties. The Roaring Twenties was an era of liberation, self-expression, and glamour. Women of the time were breaking free from societal norms and embracing a more modern lifestyle. So the 1920s marked the beginning of the modern cosmetics industry. Brands like Maybelline and Max Factor rose to fame in this time after offering a wide range of products to consumers that were previously only available to theater performers or Hollywood stars. Okay, so one of the most iconic looks from the 1920s is the heart-shaped lip. During this time in the 20s, this was all of the rage. Women would use a red lip liner to kind of like outline a very defined Cupid's bow, heart-shaped upper lip. It seems like all of the hottest stars at the time was rocking this lip shape, and it would always have to be red because red was seen as very playful and all very modern and symboled open-mindedness. So one of the most striking features of the 1920s aesthetic was the extended eyebrow. So women would use a pencil or powder to create a longer, more angular shape, often extending the brow well beyond the natural arch. This look was all about bringing drama and sophistication, and definitely it gave drama. The eyebrows at the time also always usually went downward. They would always try to draw them kind of downturned because it kind of gives like a very round shape to the face. And during this time in the 1920s, they were obsessed with the roundness of the face. So in the 1920s, as far as hair, the majority of people were rocking shorter or more low maintenance, kind of like slick down looks. This trend actually represented liberation and equality for women at the time. But here are some of the Hollywood icons who helped popularize this short hair trend that rejected societal norms. So this was the first time that people were cutting their hair off. This look represented freedom, equality, liberation for the women in the 20s. And a lot of people were actually mad about this trend. So much so to the point where some salons would refuse to cut women's hair, so they would be forced to do it themselves or go to a men's barbershop. The 20s was the age of rebellion, and that's exactly what people were doing. And when we're talking about who popularized short hair trends in the 1920s, we can't leave off Josephine Baker. Okay, so Josephine Baker was an actress and performer of the time in the 1920s. She was also the first African-American woman to ever star in a feature film. She was also the first person to popularize the slick edges finger wave style. Okay, so she actually called this style a Eton crop. Okay, so I tried to replicate it, y'all. How do you think I did? Do you think I did good? I think it came out good. Like, I love it. Anyways, this was the beginning of the finger wave era. She put it out there and we took it and we ran with it and we roll with it. And here we are today. Like, and it's still iconic. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she ate that back in the day in the 20s. It's insane. It's insane. So Josephine Baker actually captivated fans all across the country with this style. So she ended up becoming so well known for this style. She actually came out with her own hair product to be able to help fans achieve her iconic style. Okay, so the last trend that we're going to talk about is the blush of the 1920s. Blush of the 1920s is very interesting because it's not really in the center of the face. It's very targeted near the corner of the eye. So the way people at the time liked to put on their blush was taking a giant brush and just applying it in a giant circle. This blush shape has a very interesting look and makes the face look extremely round. People in the 20s were obsessed with circles. I do not know why. That's a wrap on our journey through 1920s makeup trends. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for the next episode where we explore the glamorous looks of the 1930s.